Welcome to Mount Pleasant Live on this beautiful Thursday, May the 10th. Join me I'm Mike Heaton, and join me in the studio today is the one and only Nick Steffen.
Good morning.
Is it Nick Steffens or Nick
Steffens? There's an S at the end.
I think I've said both like multiple times throughout the show.
I mean, people will throw in Steffensmeyer as if I just like forgot half of my last name.
I know some Steffensmeyers, so I mean, it's a name around here.
Yeah,
Steffens.
I can get into the background of the name if you'd like. The
I actually sort of would. Let's do that. Right into the historical stuff because that's the thing.
So Steffens, a Meyer would be like Steffens Meyer. Meyer would be if you were a tenant farmer. So you were a tenant farmer on a Steffens farm. So you were Steffens Meyer.
So what's a Steffens farm?
Like a Steffens is if you worked for a Steffens. If you
like an owner, the owner named Steffens.
Yeah, if you were a tenant farmer for me, you would be Steffens Meyer.
I see. So like if you were a tenant farmer for me, you'd be a Heaton's Meyer.
Yeah, I think probably that's how it worked.
How that worked?
I think so.
Okay, sure.
Is Heaton a German name?
No, it's an English name.
I figured.
Yeah, in this case, yep. Awesome. Well, that was a weird intro, but hey, everybody, welcome. Hi, Barb.
Good fact to start the day.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fun little family name fact. That's awesome. It's going to be a really fun day today. We are actually exploring summertime. And the reason we are is because today we're going to break the 80s again for like the third or fourth time. It's starting to get sort of hot. And I was throwing on my vest for the show, but I'm like, I was questioning it if I should because it felt a little warm. That's what vests are for.
Exactly. When you're feeling questionable about the weather.
Yeah, exactly. No, and it is a little crazy today. The weather is, we're going to get some clouds in the afternoon, but with some rain maybe, but it's that sort of classic late spring weather.
Yeah.
But really for me, like, summer's coming. You can feel it. It's getting me excited about summer. I'm starting to think about plans for vacations. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And what we really want to do is we're going to talk a little bit about that throughout the course of the show, but we'd love for you all who are listening, throw some stuff in the comments. What are you doing this summer? What kind of adventures are you taking? Where are you going, whether locally or across the country or even globally if you're one of those kind of travelers? Let us know. I love talking about trips and travel and putting things on my bucket list. That'd be awesome. So before we get to all that, though, we have some local events coming up. On May the 13th, I'm really excited about learning about. I'm not going to do it. Doesn't sound like you.
Well, I think you might be a little old. I'm sorry.
Yeah, am I a little too old still? I'm a kid at heart. It's the annual aviation celebration out at the airport, May 13th from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. All are welcome to attend our fly-in breakfast. Students ages 8 through 17. Darn it. So I don't quite qualify. Just barely missed out. Can also take advantage of the EAA chapter 700 first flights as well. It's a great program to get kids interested in aviation, and come check it out. So take a look. Is there like a website or anything for that, or just show up at 7:30?
I think they had a phone number posted on the chamber website.
Okay, check out the chamber website, see what you find there, and you get some more information. Also a fun thing, next week on May 20th is the Walk to End Arthritis. It's at 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. St. Alphonsus Catholic Church. For more information, call Maureen Walsh at 319-931-0399. The fees and admissions for the walk is $35, and it includes a T-shirt. That'll be a fun thing.
Pays for itself.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool. That'll be a really nice one. We're talking summer today because we're all getting excited.
Yeah.
I got some jokes. Do you have any good summer jokes?
None of my own. I have Google pulled up, so I'm hoping that.
So you can...
Hopefully,
pull up some good ones.
Yeah.
I just live in the world of corny jokes. I have since my kids were old enough to finally understand and roll their eyes at me.
Once you become a dad, they just come naturally.
Oh, exactly. And one of my favorite all-time ones that I got from my dad and mom and other grandparents is what did the fish say when he hit the wall?
Ouch.
Damn.
That's a decent one.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Okay.
You got any good ones?
What's black and white and red all over?
Well, that's classic, right? A newspaper.
Well, where was the red come in?
You read it.
Oh no! This one is a zebra.
This is the guy who works for the Southeast Iowa Union. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a zebra with a sunburn.
Oh dear Lord!
So fake out with that one.
That's not bad. I like it. Okay, speaking of animals that get hot, what did the pig say on the hot summer day?
I'm gonna go with ouch again.
Your creative mind's just rolling. I'm bacon.
Yeah. That's it. I need to get
I think we
one.
just lost like half of our listeners right there. Sorry, guys.
This is stupid. Why do fish swim in salt water?
Because I don't know.
Because pepper water would make them sneeze.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That was a bad one.
Yeah. How can you tell that the ocean is friendly?
I know this one.
You do?
Can I spoil it for you?
Yeah, spoil it. Go ahead.
Because it waves at you.
Correct. Yes. Well done. See, that's now you're in. Yeah, you're back. I'm glad you're back with some good ones here.
Yeah.
What else you got? You got any more?
Oh, I got to do another one?
I got a bunch. I could
have?
go on for a while. I got lots of good summer jokes. We got to get people in the mood, right?
Oh, this is a fun scientific one.
Yeah.
Why would you never blame a dolphin for doing anything wrong?
Because it does everything on purpose.
You're close.
Oh.
It never does anything on porpoise. Nice little zoological pun there.
I like that. Well, I got a biological one too. What'd you call it? Scientific one?
Yeah. Zoological.
Zoological? Mine's scientific, I think, more. What do you call a snowman in July?
I don't know.
A puddle.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what happens.
Yeah, wrap it up on that one. Unless you got any more you want to do?
I don't know. Do we have like a boo or like a cricket chirping on the soundboard here?
Oh, we need to get
We got to
one if
get some
don't.
downloaded.
We don't. We solely do because those are pretty bad. We're going to talk about summer when we come back. We're going to talk about summer plans. Want to hear from you guys on what you guys are doing in terms of summer plans, and just to really celebrate all things Henry County in terms of things to do around our community this summer.
Protection is important, especially when you're talking about your dreams, which is why we're going to keep you covered with plans that can save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. That's protection.
Bring the kids and share the memories from steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Maybe your memories are of great food from the North Village to the Log Village, or going to one of the amazing concerts. This is the place where memories are made. Make plans now to enjoy the history of the past at the 2023 Midwest Old Thrashers Reunion, August 31st through September 4th in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthrashers.com for more details.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tony Starr and Mike Welcher in Mount Pleasant today.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live. I'm Mike Heaton here with Nick Steffens with an S,
Yes.
but not Meyer. There's no Meyer at the
Yeah.
end of it. So, Nick, I'm really excited about the summer.
So
lots
am I.
of changes going on, lots of excitement for stuff going on. What are you doing? Are you doing anything fun this summer?
I mean, my main plan for this summer is to grill as much as possible,
Oh, yeah.
and to usually have a beer in my hand while
Yep.
I'm doing it. That's the main day-to-day plan. If I could
like
grill out every day, I would. Taking a trip to Colorado at some point to go see Peyton Kelly and Taylor Murray, Mount Pleasant
Nice.
natives.
Oh, really?
They moved out to Fort Collins after we graduated college, and so hopefully to go out and see them probably 4th of July.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
What are they doing out in Colorado?
Peyton works he's a graphic designer, works remote for a company
sure.
still in Cedar Falls, and Taylor works for Colorado State University doing,
Who knows what?
she's
Something important?
science, so
Okay, that makes sense.
I was never good at that.
That's awesome. That sounds like a fun trip. I used to live out in Colorado, and it's a endless amount of things to do outside.
Yeah.
Right. And just traveling into the mountains is always fun.
Which I am kind of worried about. I've only been to the Appalachian Mountains,
Yep.
which are substantially lower than,
That is true.
and so I'm worried that I will pass out, which will be embarrassing.
the air. So there's this amphitheater outside of Denver. It's called Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's one
Cole
of the most
Smith
amazing.
was there, and I was very jealous of him.
There. A lot of people in Mount Pleasant have been there and watched concerts there. It's one of the most iconic concert venues in the world, really. These massive, huge rocks shoot up into the sky with the amphitheater in between. And I was stupid. One of my first times I ever went out to Colorado, a bunch of friends, we went there. You can go and like walk the amphitheater when there's no concerts going on, no one's setting up, and you can go and they can tour things. And so you go out there and there's people working out. Like they use it as a workout.
Oh, because like doing like a Rocky
run
on the stairs.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're like, okay, well, we can do that. We can run up this thing, right? And we're Iowans, we're Iowa boys.
Yeah.
Never been to Colorado, completely not
to be on flat
acclimated.
ground.
Yeah, exactly. And for those of you who don't know, the oxygen levels are lower the higher altitude you go. And so we ran, I think we got 2/3 up and we all were like dizzy. We almost
Like you didn't
passed
make it
out.
like one pass up. Like
no, good not. Yeah, and that was when I was actually in decent condition. Like I was healthy and not long after high school, and it was bad. It was really bad.
In Appalachia, I forget it's Cumberland Gap. I don't know what mountain is there.
Yep.
And it's enough where you're in the clouds, but you're not, a mile up like you are in Colorado. And I was like starting to get dizzy.
Oh, it does.
So I can't imagine to like double that.
So I got some really cool plans that relate to that.
Yeah.
We're going to be going up to Maine. My wife and Abigail and I are going to go up to Maine this summer to celebrate our 20th year wedding anniversary. That blows my mind. 20 years. I don't know how. She's a saint. She put up with me for 20 years. I feel very fortunate. But we're going to go to Maine. Never been to Maine before, but we're going to go to the northern terminus of the Appalachian Trail, the end.
Okay.
Yeah, the very end, northern part.
Terminus, terminate.
Yep, exactly. You got it.
Got it.
The Appalachian Trail. And we'll go check that out. We're going to check out Acadia National Park. I'm a big national park guy. Have you ever been to national parks at all?
I've never been to a national park. I've left the Midwest like a handful of times.
Fair. So just oddly enough, with that in mind, there aren't a whole lot of national parks in the Midwest, I think.
No, which is
what you're referring
unfortunate.
There's actually two new ones. Two of the newest ones are in the Midwest. So you have Indiana Dunes National Park that's on the...
Indiana has dunes?
Now, technically, it's sort of mostly in Michigan.
That's okay. I knew the Michigan dunes.
But it just comes down into Indiana a little bit.
Okay.
And so they used to be the Michigan Dunes. It's over by New Holland, Michigan.
Yeah.
It's right on the eastern side of Lake Michigan, like directly across from Chicago, right? And that goes down into Indiana, and they just made that a national park just a few years ago, which is sort of exciting. And there's also... And this is where I get defensive about national parks.
Yeah.
National parks.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, they're like natural wonders.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
And then we also have historical sites that are managed by the National Park Service. But for some reason, some Missouri senator
I know exactly where
struck a deal at some point, and they had a lot of money put to refurbish the Mississippi River side in St. Louis. And it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but they turned the Gateway Arch into a national park.
So Jade, my girlfriend, is from St. Louis.
Yep.
My aunt lived down in St. Louis, so I'd go down there every summer. I'm very familiar with it.
Right.
That is not a national park.
It's not. No.
Like, even Jade, who's from St. Louis, was like, and I forget where we were at, but it was like, I think we were at like a stationery store, and so there's like stickers of all the national parks.
Right.
And the Arch was one of them.
Arch, yeah.
And it was like, the Arch is out in like Utah. I'll count that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'll count those.
And
but
there's
not,
quite a few national parks with arches. Yeah. Actual natural.
Not the St. Louis Arch.
Right. So this is where I geek out. You geek out on history, right? And this connects to history. I geek out on national parks, right? It's my thing. It's National Park Service in general, right?
Yeah.
And the National Park Service does manage 400 plus, like 450 some properties across the country, and American Samoa, all over, anything that U.S. territories. And there's only 60. Oh goodness, I'm going to get it wrong. It's changed. I think it's 63 now. It might be 64. They added white sands as well. Total national parks. But those are, except for the Gateway Arch, they're natural wonders of the world, right? They're incredible. They're beautiful spaces to go visit. The other sites are historical monuments. They're historical sites. They're monuments. They're battlefields. They're riverways. They're waterways. They're historical trails, like the Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
All sites managed by the National Park Service.
But they're
not national parks, right?
And like if no one has ever been to the monument, the Arches monument, it's not that big.
No.
It's like a city block.
Yeah. It is cool. I mean, especially when they put it up. And
I mean, I never went up top because I'm terrified of heights, as I mentioned last episode. But I've been like down to the museum and like
Right.
I've been in I think it's Washington Park is the park that's below it.
Is it Jefferson? It used to be called the Jefferson Expansion National Historic Monument. That used to be what it was. The Jefferson Expansion National Monument is its old name. So it could be Washington Park, but
where's the arch?
the old name of it was Jefferson.
I'm not. Kiner Plaza Park. For some reason, I was thinking it's Washington Park.
They've redone a lot.
They have.
There. But the key there though it used to be a national monument, just like the National Mall in Washington D.C.
Yeah,
you know, with all the different monuments and so on around there. That's a monument. That's a historical place, not national. Sorry, I'll get off my little soapbox here about national parks.
I feel like there's going to be a Cardinals fan or something
in the
comment section yelling at us about how
it is a national park. Yeah, it's fine. Regardless, it's a good trip. I must admit. Go catch a Cardinals game.
Yeah,
go down. That's a great trip to do in the summertime.
I mean,
We're talking about summertime
I grew up a
fun,
Cubs
right?
fan. But going down Busch Stadium,
I'm sorry.
I went to Rams games.
Okay, I'm not one to talk.
Okay, so this. Oh yeah, don't say anything
yeah,
this year.
You're right. Yeah.
Talking about how you guys have the best lineup in baseball, and you guys have one.
We were talking trash all preseason. It turns out all the other teams had players playing in the World Championships, whatever that was.
The World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, and we didn't, I guess. And so we dominated the preseason. We were like, predicted to go a long ways this year, and now we're like the worst team of all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
not even just it's bad. Sorry, it's Cardinals right now. Our pitching's really poor, but it's still a fun experience.
Yes,
right?
It's
go down to Busch Stadium.
No one goes to baseball games to watch baseball.
Says the Cubs fan.
Yes.
Okay,
well, we could get completely off topic about how it's impossible to do the 9x9 challenge with the new rule changes.
Oh, true.
Have you ever done the? Do you know what the 9x9 challenge is?
What's 9x9 challenge?
It's when you have a hot dog and a beer every inning.
Oh dear.
And now they made the game faster.
Right, so you really got to go quick.
Yeah,
made it impossible. Mm-hmm. I've never done the 9x9 challenge.
Well, it's going to be hard to start.
A lot much harder to start. Hey, with the Cardinals pitching, the innings are pretty long. Right nice. So, but that's a great summertime activity, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go to, the reason we got national parks is Acadia National Park in Maine. We're going to go to as well. It's one of the first national parks. But what I'm excited about really is finally taking some time to explore our parks around here. Mm-hmm. A lot of people look at Iowa and they think, oh, it's just cornfield and soybeans, right? That's absolutely not true.
Especially, maybe Western Iowa.
But even in Western Iowa, to be fair, there's some really beautiful places out there.
They have the Les Hills.
Yeah, the Les Hills. Yep.
Yeah. So.
Les Hills, Big Sioux. That's the river up there. Mm-hmm. Oh, pop quiz. Darn, I just gave it away.
Big Sioux.
I just gave it away. How many rivers border the state of Iowa?
Okay, so Missouri, Mississippi, and then there's one in the northwest corner, which I'm going to assume is the Sioux River.
Big Sioux, yeah.
So I feel like is it just 3 then?
That was 4.
What's the 4th?
All of our friends down in Van Buren County are going to be really annoyed with you.
Oh, the Des Moines River.
That's correct. That little piece in the bottom corner.
Duh.
Yep.
Well, and then we could talk about the honey war. Do you know about that?
The honey war?
When Missouri and Iowa almost went to war
over honey.
Because we're going to get off topic before the second commercial break. So when they put the border between Iowa and Missouri,
right? They
said it was the rapids of the Des Moines. And so what would you think that would be?
The rapids?
The rapids of Des Moines. The rapids of Des Moines. You would assume would be in the Des Moines River. Correct?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's
the people that make maps.
Yeah, cartographers.
Not the cartographers. People that go out with the line thing.
The survey folks?
Yeah, surveyors.
Surveyors.
He messed up the line. Well, he thought he got it right. But the rapids of Des Moines are in the Mississippi River. And so he put the border too far south. And so when the Missouri tax collectors went to collect their taxes, they went off. I guess he put the border too far north. So he was collecting taxes in Iowa, in Van Buren County.
Oh, Van Buren County.
So like Keosauqua area.
Oh, sure.
And so he was collecting taxes there, and they said, no, we're not going to pay Missouri taxes because we're in Iowa.
Right.
And then he chopped down a tree that was where the locals would collect honey because there was bees in the trunk of the tree. He cut that down as his payment. And then Iowa and Missouri almost went to war over it. Like a bunch of old dudes had like flintlock pistols and like they took their, sickles from like for their like tending crops, and like they were about to come to blows at the border, and then the Supreme Court was like, hold on, we're gonna handle this.
Okay,
and
that's funny.
yeah, and then they ruled in the favor of Iowa. So our border was
farther north.
Yeah. So I should have known about the Des Moines River.
Could we have been in Missouri?
No, it would have been, I think Keosauqua
right in there
was like probably, I think that's where the, like right where, because there is rapids.
That was close.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
Exactly. And that's why there's a long-standing hatred between Iowa and Missouri.
Yeah.
It's because of this war. And that's also why what is now 218 runs through Mount Pleasant, because the government didn't have enough time to transport troops from the forts up north down to the border. And they're like, hey, that took us a long time. And so they built a military highway. And then they eventually built the, highway system that we have today based off of the old military highways.
All because of a tree with bees.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So when we come back from commercial, we're going to talk a little bit about that. There's so many really cool things in Henry County alone that we can check out this summer that I plan on going to doing that, or even just a region that you can go visit historical sites.
With Lacey.
Right. There's no national parks.
But there's state forest and state parks.
And state parks and national historical sites and state historical sites. I think state historical sites. But there's all kinds of cool. We're going to go into that a little bit because we have a lot of stories around getting in trouble, really, in national park or state parks and so on in Henry County. So we'll be right back after commercial.
At 5 Star Community Credit Union, we want to help you lead a better life. We offer competitive rates and convenient appointment times for all kinds of loans: auto, recreational vehicles, home equity, line of credit, holiday, and personal loans. We make it easy to build your credit and enjoy the good things in life.
We invite you to join 5 Star Community Credit Union. We are community-minded and member-focused. Come visit our locations in West Burlington and Mount Pleasant or online at 5starcu.org. Federally insured through the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
At Brown Shoe Fit, we pride ourselves on traditional sit and fit service that's been serving the Mount Pleasant area since 1952. At Brown's, we have shoes for the whole family. From kids to adults, we carry the finest footwear for every occasion. Whether you're looking for something for work, casual wear, or exercise, we've got you covered. And don't forget about our selection of safety toe footwear for both men and women. Come visit us 6 days a week and experience the best in traditional sit and fit service. Brown Shoe Fit, where quality and tradition meet.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant Live. We're talking summertime. We're talking fun things to do. We both talked about our plans for our fun vacations that we're going to be doing. I'm going to Maine. You're going to go to Colorado. But we have all these other weekends, all these incredible fun things to do around here that we can add to our itineraries. What's some of your favorite things to do around here during the summertime?
I love, speaking of Keosauqua that I mentioned earlier, love going down there. That's where my family is.
It's so beautiful.
From on my mom's side. And it's just, super beautiful, old river town, so it's like the architecture and everything's beautiful down there.
Then just the Manning Hotel, I think, is there in
Keosauqua. But then also just going out to Oakland Mills is always just a fun. Nothing's better than like watching the sunset on the truss bridge out there, and it's just nice to go out there sometime.
They've done a really good job of is it Henry County Conservation that manages that and the whole park up above, up on the bluff. I play disc golf out there a lot and go for hikes with Abigail and. It's just a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
It's empty all the time. And there's some incredible trails up there that are just so fun to go walk and hike. And it stays cool in the summertime.
Oh yeah. It's because all the shade.
It's all shaded.
It doesn't take you long to take one lap through.
Yeah.
It takes you 20 minutes if you're moving.
And you can do a little figure eight and go down into the other parts and go check out the old Oakland Mill Cemetery, which is really, really cool up there on the bluff. A lot of people don't know that's there.
Yeah.
But those kind of things are really fun. And there's a lot of those little places. Like, do you ever go to like Lake Geode?
Haven't been to Geode for a long time because they drained it.
They did
the other summer, so I wasn't able to go. But went there to go swimming when I was younger all the time.
Yeah, and it's filled back up.
And then stopping by the Stub to
Salem Stub on the way home. Oh yeah, exactly. And there's tons of places to go around here that not only do the county takes care, but even the city. I love going to Saunders Park. On a good summer afternoon. That's always fun. Do you have any fun? We talked a little bit about before the show about some fun stories about Oakland Mills specifically.
Yeah.
Do you have a couple fun stories you want to share?
I have a few. One is won't get me in trouble. One was I grew up next to Saunders Branch, the creek.
Oh sure.
Or crick.
Creek
is the proper
crick.
We always called it a crick.
Yeah.
I'd catch chubs, little minnows.
Yeah.
And then
chubs,
I'd go to the dam And I'd sell them to the fishermen there. That was my first
nice
job. That's how I made money when I was, or crawdads, catch crawdad and to go sell them for live bait.
When you did the crawdad, did you do seining? Did you ever seine?
What was that?
Saine, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We go down to the Heather Branch down by Lynn Heights.
Okay.
That sort of cuts. That's the one that cuts through over from like behind Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
And it cuts through Lynn Heights and goes down. Eventually hits Big Creek. And we would seine right there at some of the culverts that went underneath the road down to Lynn Heights. And it's a big net with super, super tiny holes. And the water goes through and you make your way up a little bit and you pull it up and you get.
Oh, I was by hand.
You're going grabbing them?
Yeah, grabbing by hand. And that's how you work on your reflexes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They're not very fast.
No.
Though. Come on.
Well, didn't plan on talking about this, but I worked at the rec center for their summer health U camp or whatever they used to call it. And I got to work one day, and they're like, "So what are we doing today?" And I'm like, "I didn't know I was supposed to plan the activity for the."
Tell me you did.
And I was like, "Can I take the kids crawdad hunting at Saunders Bridge?"
That is awesome.
And they were like, "If you call the parents and see if they're okay with it." So I taught all the kids how to crawdad hunt.
You guys walk all the way to Saunders?
Yeah, because that's what sometimes we'd go to the pool anyway.
Oh, sure.
And so I was like, "Well, we already make that walk as it is."
Yeah.
And all the kids. Of course, they loved it. They wanted to keep them and take them home, and the parents were like,
yeah, you're good. Yeah.
I taught them how to.
Really that edible?
Yeah, and I made it educational with the local fauna and all that stuff.
The whole 9 yards. Okay, that's awesome.
But another story I have with Oakland Mills is the time I taught myself how to change a tire, because
change a tire.
I was out past curfew, both my curfew. I was also with a girl at the time who was also out past her curfew, and we were driving down the gravel road, which is next to the old country club.
Oh, the one that goes just on the north side.
Right along the river.
Yep,
and
Faulkner's access, all that stuff. Yep.
My tire blew out, and of course I had to have her home in, an hour and a half before her dad wakes up. And it was, she's like,
I'm still processing. I was out super late at Oakland Mills.
Well, we were cruising around town.
Okay.
Yeah, we were cruising, and the tire went out. And she's like, "Do you know how to fix a tire?" And of course, I just lied and said, "Yeah," and went out.
Yeah, how'd that go for you?
Well, one, it's pitch black out there, and so I'm trying to figure out how to change a tire. Luckily, there was pictures for me to look at on I grabbed the donut out of the back, the trunk. And I fixed that tire.
You didn't look it up on YouTube? Did you?
Well, no, it was you don't have service.
Oh, fair. Yeah,
at that time.
Good point. Yeah.
So I didn't have my phone, and so I had to look at the picture that came with the car.
Wait, do they not show you how to do that as part of your getting your driver's license anymore?
No, what?
Maybe they never did. Maybe my dad just showed us.
Yeah, probably
growing up. But yeah, okay.
And so then I fixed the tire, and I came over. I took it to because it would have been 5 a.m. at this point.
Yeah,
it was pretty. I mean, it was getting to the point where it was morning.
5 a.m. Long time to get that donut on there, Nick. Yeah.
Maybe it was probably 4.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I forget who ended up. I don't know if it was Jennings or Reynolds.
Yeah.
Got a tire from them. Got a new tire put on in that morning. Rushed her because she lived up in Iowa City. Rushed her up there.
You had to drive up to Iowa City. Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get this clear. Did they put the new tire on for you?
Yes.
Okay. So you didn't put on the new tire. They put the new tire on. Okay.
I put the donut on. Taught myself how to put a donut on.
You got that part. Okay, that's good.
Got a new tire on the car.
Good job.
Rushed
You did
her
that
home,
right.
Rushed her home.
Yeah.
Got back home as I was walking because he parked in a garage on the other side of the property. I was walking up. My dad was leaving to go to work. Did not sleep that night. And then a couple.
Did he have a conversation with you? He just sort of looked at you and went.
Yeah, it was kind of a look of understanding, nothing said.
Okay.
And then a couple months later, I get a call from the Ruby household. Tanner Ruby was in my grade. I was like, why is Tanner Ruby calling me? It was not Tanner Ruby. It was my dad saying that the tire blew out next to the Salem apartments.
Yeah.
And he went to the Ruby household and used their phone. And he was like, yeah, the donut's not in the car for some reason.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, they must have. I don't know what happened to that. So that's
Wait, they didn't put the donut back?
I don't know what happened to the donut.
Oh, that's funny. That's
so don't lie to your parents because the truth comes out.
Yeah, always. And PSA, check your tires. Make sure they're good for the summer. Those roads get hot, especially if you're driving on gravel. Mm-hmm. They just had a whole summer worth of ice and rain. Salt and sand. That's probably wearing them down a little bit. So check your tires before you go out.
Yeah.
And don't drive too far on a donut.
And if any kids are watching this, don't stay out past your curfew.
Exactly.
Unless you know how to change a tire.
No, just don't. I got teenagers, man. Come on. No, I got a fun Oakland Mills story too. I had growing up, I had this little Maltese dog.
I had the same dog.
You had a Maltese too? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, those things are little tiny
little rats,
toy dogs. Yeah. And a lot of people think of Malteses as these sort of flowing white hair. No, ours was ratty and short and all the time, right?
Same.
So and this particular dog is at the point where they're going blind, they're old, they're like 13, 14 years old and really just rowdy. And back then you didn't put your dogs on leashes ever. Like it just wasn't a thing, right? And if they pooped, you just left it, just welcome to, you didn't think about picking it up. But we were at Oakland Mills and we went up on the dam. Because the dam, I don't know if you can get up there now. I think you can still walk on top of it, right?
You can still get up there.
Yeah, and there's railings and stuff. So we're with all of our family. I think it was like a reunion of some kind. And we go up onto the dam, and the dog just follows us up on the dam, right? And it's not a big deal because there's railings. It's not like she can't even see over to, right? But what we didn't know is that there's these metal plates on top of the dam that allow you to, if you pull them away, you can actually see down where that water is churning down below. And this was, I don't know if they're open anymore, but back then they were open and the water would flow through and it'd be these massive waterfall churning things, right? And we did that, and suddenly we looked down, and there was no dog. It was gone. And we're like, what on? And then one of my cousins started screaming, like, we lost our dog. His name's Buffy. Buffy fell through that thing, like just absolutely just beside herself. I think it was Buffy. We also had a Buttons.
Yeah.
And it was Buffy. And we're just like, everybody's like freaking out. We're dog. And then suddenly a quarter mile, half a mile down the river, because it's all white churning, right?
Oh, yeah.
For a long time after that. And if there's a Maltese in there, you just can't see it.
It just blends in.
We hear this little yip, right? Yip. I meant it's a long way, so we all go running down the shore and start clawing along the shore, and we'd start encouraging her to swim over, and she did,
and she lived.
Like nothing was wrong. She couldn't see. I don't know how she just followed the voice and made it back, and she lived for like another year or two.
My gosh,
So be careful with your pets at Oakland Mills
and your children, and your children. Just be careful if you're going up there.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful place to go. You know that whole area. I also. One thing I'm really looking forward to this summer too, speaking of parks, is Main Street has a huge amount of events going on. And we just had an incredible one last Friday, with their Cinco de Mayo group. I mean, I think they said they sold, for downtown businesses, sold almost $11,000 worth of products that people were in. There was a raffle. If you bought stuff, you got tickets to put in the raffle, that kind of stuff. And it was just enjoyable. The whole downtown square was packed. People were celebratory mood. It was just that almost like a rite of passage, beginning of summer type thing. So check out Main Street's website. Check out the events on the Chamber website. What's going on downtown? We always have our Music on Main stuff going on that Adam Krager does such a good job with. I think that's Music on Main. I'm not.
I think that's what it used to be called.
Yeah, but they have the local community band and things like that on Thursday nights that they do usually, and it's just downtown Mount Pleasant, especially. It's just a fun summer. So come on downtown and enjoy summer, and it feels like it kicks off now.
Yeah, especially like you said, after last Friday, I feel like that was the inaugural.
It sort of felt like that. Yeah, it's time to get back. All the trees are blooming. Mogo Organics planted all their flowers this weekend. I don't know if you people saw that, but the downtown is lit up and beautiful and ready to go for all summer. So come on downtown, get some food. We just had Trace Tacos Mas here on the show on Tuesday. Go grab some tacos. Go over to Little Mexico. Grab a beer at the Grange. Wherever you want to go, grab a Subway and pizza, Main Street Pizza, and just come on out and enjoy our beautiful, beautiful downtown this summer. It'll be good times.
It will be.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of times last summer, Jay and I would just, go to Pad Thai and then just go sit in the park.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
That's the way to go.
It's just nice to be outside.
Yeah, exactly. So that's sort of our summer episode, which sort of makes sense because it's not quite summer. And today, technically, is incorrect. You have National Days for May 11th on here. I believe that today's the 10th. Is it not?
Today's.
Or is it the 11th? Have I been saying the wrong date these last couple episodes? I thought Tuesday was the 8th and today was it was Tuesday the 9th? I said it wrong?
Time doesn't exist. Today's the 11th. You're wrong.
So Tuesday was the 9th.
Yeah.
crap, I think I said the 8th on Tuesday, and I said the 10th on...
We'll have to go back and watch the episodes.
I got it all wrong, people, all wrong. Today is May the 11th. I need to look at my calendar before we start these shows. But it's also National Twilight Zone Day, so it all makes sense.
I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan.
Are you really?
Oh, love it. Love Twilight Zone.
I was into it for a while, but I sort of backed off a little bit.
I mean, because people compare Black Mirror to like to. But like Black Mirror's like, no, technology's bad. Here's like this, moral episode. Whereas like Twilight Zone every week, Rod Sterling just come on and be like, wouldn't it be weird if this happened?
Right, exactly.
See you next week. That was it. That was all it was.
Yeah.
There was no one was trying to tell me anything.
Right.
It was just like, hey, this would be pretty.
Yeah, Black Mirror is more like this could happen.
It's a commentary.
Technology
I mean, and Twilight Zone does have commentary episodes, but sometimes it's just like, hey, wouldn't it be weird?
Yeah,
if like
strange.
If they just locked the dude in a space capsule for like 5 years.
See what would happen?
Yeah, like sometimes the episodes are just like that.
That's awesome. I have to go back and rewatch some of those. That sounds awesome. National Twilight Zone Day. Are we going to do birthdays today?
Are we going to do birthdays today?
Do you have them?
We're already at 36 minutes into this episode.
Yeah, true.
Should we just shout them out?
Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter. How old do you think?
I know she's the same age as me, I think. 23 or 24.
I don't even know who she is.
She was in Disney shows when I was young.
Sabrina Carpenter. Happy birthday, Sabrina
either
Carpenter.
23 or she's turning 24.
Okay. And Cam Newton. I know Cam Newton.
Yeah, the Auburn football player. He has to be 30.
You think?
32.
It's been a while since he led Auburn to a national championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cam Newton, happy birthday. Lana
Condor. She is I actually think, how on Tuesday's episode we had that Noah Centineo guy, the heartthrob guy? I think she was the girl in those
movies, shows. So she's like the 20-some-year-old that plays a teenager, kind of thing. Okay, that's happy birthday. And then is Tim Blake Nelson the random one?
No, Tim Blake. You don't know who Tim Blake Nelson is?
I don't know names.
Have you seen Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Yeah,
he's the like really skinny short one.
Okay.
You watch Poker Face?
Sure.
The episode with the race cars.
Yep.
He's the old guy. He's the old race car driver. Okay. He's also a country singer, which is why he's in Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Because
he
has to
George
sing
Clooney one, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think it's as old as I am.
Shut up.
Fun fact: the first movie to use color grading. Like digital color grading that we use today.
Yeah.
It's the first movie to do that.
Oh Brother Where Art Thou was.
Yeah. Back then it used to be like filters and things like that.
Right.
It was the first completely color graded movie using modern color grading technology.
Interesting. That's very interesting. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back. You got me thinking. I need to go back and watch Twilight Zone. I need to look at some of these old school movies. They're not, my mind really aren't old school. You're like,
I think it might be 2001. Maybe younger than me.
So This has been, I graduated from college in 2001. This has been an episode of Mount Pleasant Live. Have a great summer, everybody. It's time to get out and enjoy some time outside, even if it's not quite summer yet.
Yeah, comment what you're going to do this summer and what you're looking forward to the most this summer.
Exactly. Throw them on there. We'd love to hear. We'll read some of them off on Tuesday. And of course, it's going to be like 35 degrees on Tuesday.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Don't quote us on that. But we will see you on Tuesday. Thanks.